For decades, we have been told that coffee is the ultimate morning companion, a reliable ritual that promises sharper focus and a healthier heart with every warm, aromatic sip. But once you cross the threshold of 60, the biological narrative shifts in a way that most big corporations and clever advertisements never want you to see. The reality is that your body at 65 is not the same as it was at 35. Your kidneys process toxins more slowly. Your arteries naturally begin to stiffen, and your brain becomes more sensitive to the chemical additives hidden in your favorite brew. Recent clinical data reveals that a single type of coffee can push your bad cholesterol up by 45 points in just 4 weeks, while another has been tied to a staggering 72% greater risk of stroke in older adults. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the 4 most dangerous coffees currently stacked on store shelves that are quietly stealing your health, and we will replace them with 4 science-backed choices designed to protect your memory, keep your muscles strong, and lower your disease risk. This is not a marketing pitch. It is an essential guide to the next 30 minutes that will redefine how you view your morning cup, covering everything from the neurotoxic solvents in decaf to the joint-strengthening power of collagen-infused brews. We begin our journey into the hidden threats with the number 4 worst coffee for seniors, a product that is sold everywhere and smells inviting, but may be slowly poisoning your kidneys. I am talking about flavored instant coffee packets. On the surface, these packets look like the ultimate convenience, offering comforting flavors like hazelnut or vanilla, with the simple addition of hot water. However, beneath those bright labels promising no sugar or added vitamins lies a chemical cocktail that places a massive toxic burden on the aging body. One of the primary culprits is an additive called propylene glycol. While this chemical helps artificial flavors dissolve evenly, it is actually a byproduct of petroleum. In younger individuals, the body may process small amounts without immediate issue, but for adults over 60, where kidney function is naturally declining, this substance can accumulate over time, straining the organs and disrupting the metabolism. The danger of flavored instant packets extends far beyond simple additives. A 2022 study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed flavored instant coffee daily were 39% more likely to develop insulin resistance, which is a critical precursor to type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, many of these convenient mixes contain hidden trans fats, often disguised on the label as hydrogenated palm oil. These fats are notorious for driving up blood cholesterol and fueling the growth of plaque within the arteries. To put this in perspective, a 5-year study in the American Journal of Clinical Lipidology tracked over 400 seniors and discovered that the daily use of hydrogenated creamers raised the risk of a heart attack by 28%. When you stir these packets, you are often also consuming artificial sweeteners like sucralose and acesulfame potassium. These chemicals are known to disrupt the delicate balance of gut bacteria, which is the very foundation of your immune system and your primary defense against systemic inflammation. As we age, maintaining a healthy gut microbiome becomes vital for nutrient absorption and preventing chronic disease. When that balance breaks down, inflammation rises and your overall defenses weaken. If you crave flavor, there is a better way. You can achieve that same sense of indulgence by adding a drop of pure vanilla extract, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a touch of unsweetened cocoa to high-quality coffee. This allows your morning ritual to remain a treat without turning it into a silent threat to your kidneys, heart, or blood sugar levels. Understanding these risks is only the first step in guarding your vitality as we move forward to examine the creamy swirls that might be damaging your brain. The next coffee habit that many people past 60 consider harmless is the addition of artificial non-dairy creamers. While that creamy swirl feels like an essential part of the morning ritual, especially for those who are lactose intolerant, the reality is that these products are often more harmful than the coffee itself. Most commercial creamers are not dairy at all. They are complex blends of synthetic oils, preservatives, and fillers that the aging body struggles to process. As we age, our systems become significantly more sensitive to these chemical additives, making what seems like a small splash a major health concern. One of the most alarming ingredients found in these creamers is titanium dioxide. This substance is added specifically to make the liquid look smooth and white, yet it is the same chemical used in industrial paint. According to a 2021 study in the Journal of Toxicological Sciences, titanium dioxide can trigger oxidative stress in human cells, which effectively accelerates tissue damage and speeds up the biological aging process. In controlled lab conditions, researchers have even observed DNA damage occurring after just 4 weeks of exposure for a senior trying to maintain cellular health and longevity. This additive represents a direct obstacle to those goals. Furthermore, these creamers are often packed with hydrogenated oils, which are high in omega-6 fatty acids. While the body requires a small amount of omega-6, an excess throws off the critical balance between inflammation and healing. This is particularly dangerous for cognitive health. A report in the journal Aging Cell noted that seniors with higher omega-6 levels scored 31% lower on memory tests. Over time, this chronic inflammatory state manifests as stiff joints, swollen tissues, and a faster rate of cognitive decline. Beyond the fats and whitener, many creamers contain hidden corn syrup solids and maltodextrin. These are highly processed forms of sugar that cause sugar levels to soar almost immediately upon consumption. The subsequent result is a cycle of energy crashes, brain fog, and steady weight gain, particularly around the belly area. To protect your brain, heart, and waistline, I recommend switching to organic full-fat milk. Even after 60, healthy fats are necessary to help your body absorb essential vitamins. Alternatively, you can choose unsweetened almond milk fortified with calcium and vitamin D, or better yet, train your palate to enjoy coffee black with a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to smooth out any bitterness. By making this simple swap, you turn a toxic ritual into one that is truly nourishing. Many seniors believe that switching to decaf is the ultimate safety play to avoid the jitters and racing heartbeats associated with caffeine. However, the reality of how most supermarket decaf is produced is far more complicated and potentially dangerous for those over 60. The hidden truth is that a vast majority of decaffeinated beans are processed using harsh chemical solvents rather than natural methods. Specifically, a chemical called methylene chloride is frequently used to strip the caffeine from the beans. This is the same industrial solvent found in paint removers and metal cleaners. While coffee companies often argue that these chemicals burn away during the high heat of the roasting process. Independent testing has proven otherwise. A Stanford University study detected up to 10 parts per million of methylene chloride in several popular decaf brands. While this may sit just below the legal limit set by the FDA, experts warn that legal does not always mean safe, especially for a senior drinking multiple cups daily. The risk to the aging brain is significant because the EPA classifies methylene chloride as a probable human carcinogen, even in small amounts. This chemical can pass through the blood-brain barrier and interfere directly with the mitochondria, which are the power plants of your brain cells. When these power plants lose energy, the result is not just fatigue. You may notice memory lapses, dizziness, or a sudden onset of confusion that mimics the early stages of dementia. This chemical interference accelerates the very cognitive decline that many seniors are trying to prevent by cutting back on caffeine. Furthermore, your liver and kidneys, which naturally experience a slowdown in function as you age, are the primary organs responsible for detoxifying these chemical residues. Adding this burden to an already aging system can lead to systemic inflammation. A 2022 animal study showed that even low-dose exposure to these solvents caused measurable liver inflammation in just 14 days. For seniors with pre-existing liver or kidney concerns, each cup adds an invisible strain that accumulates over years of consumption. Since decaf drinkers often consume more than 1 cup because they do not feel the caffeine kick, their total exposure to these solvents multiplies. To protect your neurological and organ health, you must look for specific labels on your decaf coffee. You should only choose brands that are explicitly labeled as Swiss water process or methylene chloride free. The Swiss water method is a natural process that uses only water, time, and temperature to remove caffeine, ensuring that no toxic solvents ever touch your beans. For maximum protection, I recommend choosing organic Swiss water decaf to avoid synthetic pesticides as well. While these cleaner options may cost a few dollars more, the clarity of mind and the protection of your liver and kidneys are truly priceless investments in your long-term health. The most deceptive trap for many coffee lovers is the belief that the more natural and traditional the brewing method, the healthier it must be. However, for those over 60, the #1 worst coffee is actually unfiltered. Boiled coffee. This includes popular methods such as the French press, Turkish coffee, and Scandinavian stovetop brews that are made without a paper filter. While these methods produce a rich, full-bodied cup that feels wholesome, they hide a serious cardiovascular risk in the form of a compound called cafestol. Cafestol is a potent molecule found in coffee oils that acts as a direct stimulant for the liver, forcing it to produce more LDL, the bad cholesterol that clogs arteries. The impact on senior health is immediate and alarming. A 2020 study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that individuals who drank unfiltered coffee had a 30% higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease. For seniors specifically, clinical data shows that LDL levels can rise by as much as 45 points in just 4 weeks of daily consumption of unfiltered coffee. This is particularly dangerous after the age of 60. Because arteries naturally stiffen with age, and the process of cholesterol buildup accelerates. Adding cafestol to this biological environment is like pouring fuel on a fire. It accelerates plaque growth, raises blood pressure, and significantly increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. The harm of unfiltered coffee extends beyond the heart to the digestive system. Unfiltered brews retain higher concentrations of oils and acids that can severely irritate the stomach lining, worsening common senior ailments like acid reflux, gastritis, or ulcers. This chronic irritation can weaken the body's ability to absorb nutrients and dampen the immune response. Furthermore, many traditional metal brewing pots, particularly older aluminum ones, can leach metals into the brew. For seniors with reduced kidney function, these metals are much harder to clear from the system, adding toxic stress over time. Fortunately, the fix for this deadliest brew is incredibly simple. Use a paper filter, whether you use a standard drip machine or a pour-over system. Paper filter effectively traps the majority of cafestol and harmful oils while allowing beneficial antioxidants and flavors to pass through into your cup. If you are deeply attached to your French press, you can mitigate the risk by adding a paper disc filter or by alternating with filtered brews a few times a week. Even these small shifts can lower your lead levels, ease your digestion, and provide a critical layer of protection for your heart. For seniors, switching to filtered coffee is not just a minor habit change. It is a fundamental way to guard your arteries and reduce your long-term disease risk. Now that we have navigated the hidden dangers of modern coffee consumption, let us turn our attention to the solutions that can transform your morning ritual into a pillar of longevity. Coffee itself is not the enemy. When brewed correctly, it becomes a potent delivery system for compounds that protect your memory, support muscle retention, and fight the chronic inflammation that often accompanies the aging process. The first essential choice for any senior is organic medium roast Arabica beans. The selection of Arabica over Robusta is a strategic health decision. Arabica beans naturally contain higher concentrations of chlorogenic acid, a powerful antioxidant that offers two major benefits for the body after 60. First, it acts as a cooling agent for systemic inflammation, calming the internal fire that damages blood vessels and leads to the joint stiffness many mistake for inevitable aging. Second, this specific acid improves your metabolic flexibility, helping your body regulate sugar more effectively and preventing the sudden spikes that drain your energy and increase the risk of long-term health complications. The scientific evidence for this choice is compelling. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients reported that seniors who consumed 2 cups of Arabica daily saw a 27% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes and a 19% reduction in inflammation markers compared to those who did not drink coffee. However, the quality of the bean is only half of the equation. You must also consider the quality of your water. Brewing with unfiltered tap water can introduce lead, copper, or chlorine into your cup, which places additional strain on your kidneys and can even accelerate cognitive decline over time. To maximize the benefits, I recommend using clean, filtered water and a pour-over or drip system equipped with a paper filter. As we discussed previously, the paper filter is the critical barrier that traps cafestol, the compound in coffee oils that raises cholesterol while allowing those vital antioxidants to flow into your mug. To get the full antioxidant effect, drinking your coffee black is the gold standard. If you prefer a smoother, creamier texture, avoid the synthetic creamers we warned against earlier. Instead, opt for a splash of grass-fed whole milk or unsweetened oat milk enriched with B vitamins. It is also imperative to skip processed sugars. For a hint of sweetness and an extra health boost, try a sprinkle of Ceylon cinnamon. Not only does it enhance the flavor, but it also aids in regulating blood sugar and providing further anti-inflammatory support. By focusing on these high-quality, organic ingredients and using a paper filter, you turn your morning cup into a daily dose of preventative medicine that shields your heart and brain from the stressors of aging. If you are looking for a style of coffee that is significantly gentler on your stomach while offering unique protection for your eyesight, you must consider the transition to cold brew concentrate. The secret to this life-changing shift for seniors lies entirely in the brewing method. Instead of the traditional method of boiling over grounds, which can shock the bean and release bitter, irritating acids. Cold brew is made by steeping coarse beans in cold water for a period of 12 to 24 hours. This slow, patient process reduces the acidity of the final beverage by as much as 70% compared to hot, brewed coffee for adults over 60. This is a major breakthrough, as it makes the coffee far less irritating for sensitive stomach linings and dramatically reduces the risk of chronic reflux, gastritis, or general indigestion. Beyond digestive comfort, the clinical benefits of cold brew are profound. Because the beans are never exposed to high heat, the process preserves a higher concentration of coffee's natural antioxidants, specifically chlorogenic acids and melanoidins. These specific compounds work to strengthen the integrity of your blood vessels and protect the heart. Most remarkably, research suggests these antioxidants can guard against age-related vision problems. A 5-year study indicated that a daily intake of melanoidins could lower the risk of macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults, by a significant 31%. This was further validated by doctors at Mount Sinai, who tested cold brew on 400 seniors with acid reflux. Amazingly, 89% of the participants were able to drink the cold brew without any symptoms, including those who had avoided coffee for years to pain. Furthermore, cold brew delivers more bioavailable nutrition because the absence of hot water prevents the formation of bitter quinic acids. This leaves you with a smoother flavor profile while retaining 40% more metabolism-boosting compounds. Even more critical for those in their 60s and 70s is the mineral content. Cold brew can contain up to 250% more magnesium than standard hot coffee. Magnesium is a foundational mineral for maintaining a steady heart rhythm, supporting bone strength, and ensuring proper muscle function. To implement this at home, simply combine 1 cup of coarse ground medium roast Arabica beans with 4 cups of filtered cold water. Let it steep in your refrigerator for 24 hours before straining it through a paper filter to remove the cholesterol-raising oils. Once prepared, the concentrate stays fresh in your fridge for up to 2 weeks, providing a practical and convenient way to get your daily boost. You can dilute 1 part concentrate with 3 parts water for a gentle morning lift, or mix it 1-to-1 for a stronger afternoon boost. Drinking it black provides the maximum antioxidant effect, though you can add unsweetened almond or oat milk for extra calcium without reintroducing the acidity. The narrative of coffee for seniors takes a transformative turn when we look at it not just as a beverage, but as a delivery system for structural repair. As we age, our bodies undergo a silent depletion of their most abundant protein. Collagen. This protein is the literal glue that holds together your joints, muscles, bones, and skin. Unfortunately, production slows significantly as the years pass. After age 50, collagen levels drop by about 1 to 1.5% every year. By the time you reach your 60s, this loss manifests as stiff, noisy joints, sagging skin, and muscles that no longer feel capable of supporting your daily activities. Many accept this as the inevitable toll of aging, but clinical science suggests that much of this decline is actually a result of collagen depletion that can be addressed through a simple daily ritual. This is where your morning cup becomes a powerful partner in longevity. By stirring hydrolyzed collagen peptides into your daily coffee, you are delivering this protein in its most absorbable form. A common concern is whether the heat of the coffee destroys the protein, but the opposite is actually true. The warmth of the coffee does not break down the peptides. Instead, the heat helps boost circulation, which carries critical amino acids like glycine and proline directly to the tissues that need them most. Glycine is essential for calming inflammation in joints and muscles, while proline plays a vital role in rebuilding cartilage and connective tissue. The results of this combination are backed by rigorous research. In 2020, a study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed seniors aged 60 to 75 who added 10 grams of collagen peptides to their daily routine for 6 months. The participants saw a 40% improvement in joint mobility and a 25% drop in muscle pain. Perhaps most importantly for fracture prevention, researchers observed a measurable increase in hip bone density. To implement this yourself, start with your clean, filtered medium roast Arabica coffee. Stir in 1 scoop approximately 10 grams of collagen peptides. Because high-quality peptides dissolve instantly and have no taste, the flavor of your coffee remains unchanged. Timing also plays a role in maximizing these benefits. Drinking your collagen-infused coffee in the morning or just before light exercise can improve muscle recovery and tone, as the caffeine provides the energy for movement, while the collagen provides the building blocks for repair. When selecting a powder, look for grass-fed bovine or wild-caught marine collagen, and always ensure it is labeled as hydrolyzed or peptides for the best absorption. Furthermore, verify that the brand is third-party tested for heavy metals to ensure you are not adding toxins back into your system. By making this one simple addition, you turn your coffee into a joint-strengthening, bone-protecting daily ritual that helps you move through your 60s and 70s with greater ease and strength. The final and most powerful upgrade for the senior coffee ritual involves a synergy that supercharges the brain, stabilizes blood sugar, and fuels muscles in one single cup. If there is one protocol that can take your mornings from ordinary to extraordinary after age 60, it is the combination of mect oil and Ceylon cinnamon. Together, these two ingredients form a metabolic powerhouse that helps preserve muscle strength and cognitive flexibility well into your 70s and beyond. MECT stands for medium-chain triglycerides, a special type of fat typically derived from coconut oil. Unlike regular fats that require long digestive processes, MECTs bypass normal digestion and go straight to the liver. There, they are converted into ketones, which serve as a clean, alternative energy source for both your brain and your muscles. This metabolic shift is vital because as we age, The brain's ability to process glucose, its primary fuel, begins to slow down. This cellular slowdown is a major contributor to brain fog, memory issues, and early cognitive decline. Ketones, however, provide a workaround by supplying steady energy directly to brain cells regardless of glucose processing issues. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience demonstrated that older adults who added mect oil to their routine improved their memory and cognitive flexibility by 31% in just 8 weeks. Furthermore, mexed oil encourages the body to burn fat while sparing muscle tissue, a key factor in preventing sarcopenia, the age-related loss of physical strength. To complete this blend, we add Ceylon cinnamon, often referred to as true cinnamon. It is crucial to distinguish this from the common cassia cinnamon found in most grocery stores, which contains high levels of coumarin, a compound that can stress the liver if consumed daily. Ceylon cinnamon is gentler, safer for everyday use, and rich in cinnamaldehyde. This compound improves insulin sensitivity and relaxes blood vessels to support healthy circulation, according to a 2022 meta-analysis in Diabetes Research and Clinical Practice. Daily intake of Ceylon cinnamon lowered fasting blood sugar by 18 milligrams per deciliter and reduced triglycerides by up to 30% in older adults. To prepare this brain fuel brew, take your filtered medium roast Arabica coffee and add 1 teaspoon of mect oil and half a teaspoon of ground Ceylon cinnamon. For the best results, blend the mixture for 20 seconds to create a creamy, latte-like texture that ensures the oils are emulsified. Drinking this on an empty stomach first thing in the morning maximizes ketone production and mental clarity. Many seniors report sharper focus within 30 minutes and steadier energy levels that last until lunch. By understanding which coffees harm your health and which ones fortify your body, you are no longer just drinking a beverage. You are taking an active role in guarding your vitality for the years to come. As we conclude this journey, remember that aging does not have to mean a decline in energy or clarity. The choices you make at the kitchen counter every morning, deciding to use a paper filter, choosing the right bean, and adding nutrient-dense upgrades like collagen or mecta oil are powerful tools in your health arsenal. You now have the scientific roadmap to transform a simple morning habit into a daily ritual of restoration and protection. Take control of your health one sip at a time, and embrace the strength and sharpness that a properly brewed cup can provide.